この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for the actual for real this time finale of Mushishi. We're on Zokusho Suzu no Shizuku, which means bell drops, and I thought maybe it had a different translation, so I went and looked it up, but it is literally drops of bells. So I don't know what that means. It sounds like it's the name of a flower, and that's what I initially thought, but it might be actually bells because this is a crazy, weird, magical world that we're in. And I assume we will find out relatively quickly, and I'm looking forward to it. It's been an interesting ride through Mushishi. This has been one of the most interesting shows that I've ever seen, and we knew coming into it pretty much what we could expect from it. And I talked a lot in the very beginning about what I expected from it, which was atmosphere and short little stories that tell thematic tales that resonate deeply with a human interaction with nature and a sort of a world that's beyond natural and is supernatural, and there are spirits and mushi and things that most people don't understand in this world. But each time they interact with people, it shines a light on some aspect of human nature or nature or the interaction and the liminal space between those two things. And Ginkgo, our main character, our Mushishi himself, walks a fine but wavering line between those two sides of things: the human comprehended understandable known world and knowable world, and the unknowable unknown, the things beyond, the mushi, as he is the one who, as a human, ventures out there and discovers new things about those mushi and what they do and what they can do, and truly does discover new things. Plenty of episodes are Ginkgo going around and knowing exactly what's going on and having a fix for it and solving a problem and done, and he solves the thing. And plenty of episodes are Ginkgo not knowing what to do about a particular circumstance or a particular situation, or not being able or willing to do everything that he could do, and not being willing to force people into his line of thinking, his line of seeing. He's a really interesting character to base a show around, and he's the best of the somebody in my Discord a little bit ago posted a picture, like a little meme drawing of a bunch of different characters from different shows, like Kino from Kino no Tabi and Mushishi, Ginkgo from Mushishi, and like a couple of other characters that I didn't really recognize, all meeting at a crossroads because they're all the characters in all of the shows that go around visiting places and don't really like do much to change the place, but are just a viewpoint character for us to see the place through their eyes. But of all of those that I have seen and all of those that I am aware of, Ginkgo is the most interesting to me. And that's why I get so excited every time we see any of his backstory, like we did in 20, even though we just saw a little sliver of it, of him being taught by this old man who was his master. He's so fascinating because he's so kind of mysterious and interesting and different and weird. And I think it's really a testament to the quality of the show that the main character, who doesn't have that much of a story behind him that we know of, at least, right, feels so alive and feels so real. And it feels like he's somebody that we've met at a tavern a few times, or an izakaya a few times, and we've talked to, and he's just told us a couple of his stories, and we're just fascinated by this person and what he's about. But we've watched him journey through many places and solve many things. And we've watched humans make many mistakes and make many beautiful choices and do all kinds of things in their relationships to nature and the world around them and each other. And we've told a really deep and intricate set of stories. It's not all one story, even though it is. It's all tied together by Ginkgo, but it's all these little vignettes, these little miniatures, these little bits and pieces of something that's like simultaneously light and dark and sad and uplifting and deeply, deeply, deeply atmospheric. And it all works incredibly well, and it's all produced perfectly to evoke certain emotions and certain feelings in us, the audience. And I just wanted to spend a little bit of time, a couple of minutes here at the beginning as we move into our finale, to just talk about the things that I've found really compelling about this show, Mushishi. There is truly nothing else quite like it, as far as I'm aware, and I'm okay with that. It is standing on its own as something really magical that is worth revisiting and worth watching through, and tells an incredible number of different stories in really fascinating, really wonderful ways, both in terms of the narrative and the storytelling, which a lot of which comes from the manga, but also in the art and the demonstration of all of these things and the look of things and the flow of each episode, the way things are paced, the way we spend our time getting to the meat of each story before we really understand it, and then the way that that story is often kind of turned on its head and reveals to us what it really is when it's not what we think it is. It's an incredible piece of media, and it's an incredible piece of storytelling, and I'm really, really, really happy that we've gotten to watch through it. And I'm really grateful for all of you who've joined me on this journey through Mushishi. It's been kind of a blast, not in like a bombastic Gurren Lagann like what a blast, wow, but in a wow, that meant something to me and has changed the way that I think about something, or has made me realize that I should be thinking about something else. Um, and there's a fluctuation in the quality of the episodes, but I gotta say that this last season of Zokusho has by and large been some of the most interesting stories that Mushishi has told, and the most amazing exploration and actual execution of those stories that I've seen. It's just great. The whole show is really good, and we'll see what we're talking about at the end of Suzu no Shizuku, because we've got a whole 45-minute thing to watch. But this goes into my favorites. Mushishi as a whole easily goes into my favorites. If I was making a like a 4chan or a Reddit like anime 3x3 grid thing, Mushishi would be on there, man. I don't know that there's another slow atmospheric like show that can take its slot away. I don't think there is. I think it gets a favorite slot from me, and that's like really saying something beyond rating it like a 9 or a 10, and it's somewhere in there for sure. Beyond rating it that way, to say that it is actually one of my favorite shows amongst all of the shows that I've seen is pretty darn cool. It's pretty darn cool. Um, yeah, and I'm really grateful for having been able to go through and watch it. It's been wonderful. So let us turn our attention to watching some more of it. We're going to watch Suzu no Shizuku. It is, again, it's like 40, yeah, it's 47 minutes long, but some of that's going to be intro and some of that's going to be outro, and okay, cool. So it's like 45 minutes long, and it's bell drops, and I don't know anything else about it. Sweet. What am I hoping for from this episode? I am hoping for something that wraps up some portion, hopefully a large portion, of all the things that I've mentioned about Mushishi that I love and that I am intrigued by. I want a relationship between humans and nature. I want atmospheric buildup because we've got a longer episode to deal with. We've got the time to do that. And in each of the two-parters that we've had before, like Hihamukage, we've done that pretty effectively. So I'm not super worried that that will happen, but I'm just throwing it out there because it is something that I want. Sorry, I am tired. Gym yesterday was hard. Uh, but I want atmosphere. I want time. I want Genko to have some interesting involvement in the episode, maybe to solve something, maybe not. Um, and I want to focus on some of the core themes that we've been going throughout the entire thing. If we can focus on the relationship between humans and nature, I think that would be ideal because it's the biggest theme that jumps out at me when I think about Mushishi. But that's what I hope for, and also kind of what I expect, because I expect that Mushishi will do what I'm hoping for in this episode. Um, cool. Let's watch Suzu no Shizuku. I've got the whole thing up and ready to go, It's sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description down there, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you want to sync up your own copy of this movie thing with the timer-based version, you are welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you right now. Let's go. Oh, we get an intro. I don't recognize this one. Should there be sound? Okay, there should be sound on Aniplex. Usually. Aniplex. Nope, there's sound. Okay, we're good. Bells. Gosh, that's really pretty. Those blues in the background up to the brighter greens. Whoa. Truly all over. Oh. Little glow in the eyes. Okay. Talk about atmospheric and interesting. Okay. Oh. That's what they were celebrating. 10 months later. Celebrating her birth? New Mountain Lord. That's my guess. Shiver? Oh! I actually didn't expect that we would be getting that. I thought we had heard it for the last time. Okay, well, now we will hear it for the last time, and I'm going to shut up and listen. I love these misty mountains. Ah, hi Ginkgo. You're already here. Doesn't look as vibrant now. Oh. Okay. It is vibrant. Oh, hi there. Oh, bye there. A human mountain lord? A lord's path. I love these drums. Whoa, totally different environment. But she appears to be chained, huh? Hello. Be friend or foe. Okay, don't fall off that. Maybe not a good thing to be a mountain lord human. Hi. That tracks. Mmm. Protein shake. Animalistic. Oh, so her life is at stake. Oh. And he's just fucking gone? Whoa. What a display of power. Felt that. Felt that. Oh, hello, brother. Hey, your sister's the mountain lord. Nice. Mm-hmm. Not quite. Oh, she had plants in her hair. Right. Going straight to the mountains. Right to where she thinks home is. Kaya. Hmm. I won't get lost. I know where I'm going. I'm trying, dude. She's sneaky. She's kind of magical. I don't get it. She hasn't spoken yet except to say begone. Oh, there we go. They're over here. Were they over there or did she manifest them? There's our humanity. The relationship with the brother. This way. Come on. Come on. I know this mountain. I know this mountain. I cannot get lost. Yeah, she is the mountain, my dude. Whew. Come and join us. The trees, the mountains, the mushi, the spirits. It all wants you. Because it is. Oh boy. Okay. Mochi, mochi, mochi. Oh, we are spending all our time on this relationship. It's great. It's also gonna be really fucking sad. No, my sticks! No, not the sticks! Where's Kaya? Gone. Kaya gone, dude. The wind just took her. Oh, what is with characters just full disappearing into elements over the last few episodes? It's too much. The season has just been full of that shit. Footprints. Yeah, because she's out there. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. She can't get lost. But she is lost, right? Thanks, bro. And your sister was chosen. That's a good question. Hmm. Hmm. Your sister is the mountain. Hey. Yeah, you did just tell me all these stories about that. No. Oh boy. So it's the life of one girl and the love that a brother has for her versus the prosperity and well-being of an entire mountain ecosystem. Oh boy. So Ginkgo is going back, huh? She did drink the nutrition thing. Oh boy. Surely you realized. But he still holds on to that image. She a god, dude. Sort of, like a mini baby god. Hi. Follow me. Whoa. Whoa. What? The tree's making a pathway for her. Crazy. Make me more nom noms. Oh, right. Brother. Yeah. Wow. Becoming truly nature. Through and through. Yo, how far in are we? I don't. Okay, 17 minutes. It feels like we could have been in 5 minutes or we could have been in half an hour. I don't even know. Oh, shit. Wolves. Wolves. Is that a gun? Oh, it is a gun. My dude, you'd be better off swinging it. Thanks, Kaya. Thanks, sis. I appreciate not dying here. Okay, so here's our meeting. Did he shoot his fucking sister? Oh no. Oh no, dude. Did she take the bullet for a wolf? Oh fuck, dude. That's gonna destroy this mountain. My dude, that is not good. Oh, tragedy. Hi, Kaya. Welcome back to civilization. I've. You can't fucking hold me. Who the fuck are you? Okay. Oh, a memory. I was a part of the mountain. Oh, buddy. She's not staying here. Can she be a mountain lord who also remembers? Is it possible to bridge that gap? Mists rise in the mountains as the Lord has gone.
Yeah, something about this is not good.
Oh, you cannot take the Lord from the mountain. It's not good. You're all gonna die. Hi. He's not. Tension. The mountains become obscured and foggy and dangerous. The mushi weeds grow up and out, and things begin to come out of balance. This is not good. Those are some spooky weeds. Uh-oh. Needs a lord. Needs it right now. Oh boy. Spooky mountain. Uh-huh. Just mushi energy bubbling up, man. Becoming a magic forest. Gone from vibrant to overgrowth. Terrifying. Dude, this whole sequence with this like low thrumming, like dun 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 dun, is amazing. Wow, are those spirals of mushi? Swarms and swarms. That's bad. Yeah. These are death throes. Kaya. And she's gone. Good. She has to balance, right? Wow. Angel's Egg vibes. The fog fades as the Mountain Lord returns. Just in time, it seems. Sorry, Kaya, you can't stay there. Not a lord as a leader. Hmm. And there it is. And there it is. Bound by law, shaped by desire. Huh. Hmm. Hi, have you seen my sister? We got so much time left. This dude is gonna try some shit. Oh no, dude. I'll teach you how to make these potions. I'll keep her alive a little longer. Cause it does. She was. You don't have to. Yeah. But don't do anything rash. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. But can he actually accept that? I don't know that he can. And I'm scared. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. And then tragedy will strike. But how? My village, my mountain. See, that feels like an end, so what's next? Ginkgo returns to the place later on. Oh, it's blossoming again. It's wild and weird again. Oh, it's worse. She's dead. Or something. What the heck? Just a simple mushy sickness or something? Yeah, this darkness over his eyes, though, he knows something's wrong. She's probably dying. He said that they don't last long, right? Oh, hi. Hey. Those weeds are back. Hi, Kaya. Because of the connection to the village? All things end. And so you're just waiting. True. And that's why humans don't last long as lords, huh? Ah, the bells. Oh. So we could save her and save the mountain? But it's gonna be dangerous. Let me have. Oh, what a badass line. Let me have a quiet word with the law. I think it'll be more than a little bit painful. They've been in you for your entire life. Chug the whole thing, girl. Oh boy. Ow. 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 Yeet. Gonna have a quick chat, are we? You come talk to me. Oh boy. Ginkgo, where are you? Where have you gone? The circle. All the previous mountain lords, I assume? The messenger of the mountain's will. They're vaguely human. Ah. Well, anything but ordinary. This is new, dude. This is the mountain. This is true. Choose a new lord. Public Defender Ginkgo the Mushishi. Let's go. Which it did. They discuss amongst themselves. But not well. This is true, it did not. Good. Hmm. Hmm. That's a sad fate. Oh, okay. They are still bound by law. Still a part of this. Oh, okay. No, it was your actions. What does that mean? What? 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 Hi, Kaya. Hey, what up, girl? Here to save my ginkgo? I'm sad that you have to do it by sacrificing yourself, Kaya, but I'm glad. Mm-hmm. 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 But I can choose to. Ooh, that's a very weird thing to say. No. Whoa. My dude, you almost sacrificed yourself, Ginkgo. The bell drops. The tingling of a new celebration, right? For a new Mountain Lord will be born? Yep. Kaya is gone. And now you're right in the middle of it. Whoa. And Kinko is just left in this void space. How? It's right near the river, right? It's that place, right? Of course it is. Mm-hmm. And he's back. Wow. He just wills himself back. And I believe it. I buy it, dude. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, hi, little brother. You don't have weeds growing out of your hair, right? You haven't gone wacky? Oh, dude. The farm upstate. Hi. Hey, good. What you looking for? Mm-hmm. Damn. Kaya's voice joins hers. Oh. The new lord. Wow, that harmony of like old and young voice works amazingly. There's more. Hello. Goodbye. Goodbye, Ginkgo. And that's it. I don't think we could have asked for a better finale to this series. Like everything that I talked about in the beginning comes into play here. From the incredible scenes of just the boy standing near his mountains and hearing these bells go off and not knowing what they mean, and then hearing them again and knowing exactly what they mean, to the atmospheric scenes of tension as the girl is brought from her, as Kaya is brought from the mountain into the village, and Ginkgo knows there's something wrong here. And it just builds in this slow atmospheric tension build with these interesting pieces of little simple music building this tension up, like something is wrong, something is happening, something is going off. To visiting once more a place that is far beyond mortal ken, and Ginkgo fully making a choice to sacrifice himself to save Kaya, and her coming in and making the choice herself to not allow it. This is a dope episode, double episode, film, movie, thing. It completely lost me in time. Like, I lost track of time during the entire thing. You could have told me that that was a 25-minute episode, and I might have believed you. Freaking-credible. Great piece of storytelling. Precisely shows Ginkgo walking the line between humanity and nature, and shows other characters in their relationship with nature and with the beyond, the thing beyond nature, which in this case is embodied as the laws that bind, right? Like the physics of this world, and to some extent, are the thing that they interact with. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love the color scheme of the intro, the golden light up above, the greens of the mountains, and then the far blues of the misty mountains that are further away. I think this whole color scheme in this opening sequence is absolutely lovely. Like, look at that. That's just lovely to me. And then it changes as time changes in a way that really, really tells us what we need to know. But the mountain is thriving and beautiful and vibrant and full of mushi and full of life. And Ginkgo goes through it and he sees a girl. Something strange. He follows, and he follows her into a lord's path, and the whole environment changes as he enters this cavernous system of moss-covered caves and finds her covered in these creepers, as they're called, little mushi vines that intertwine with the vines growing from her head and leave her be here. She passes out, and he awakens and gives her this potion, and she turns, sniffs it, looks at him, and says, "Be gone." And this is the first scene that I want to highlight because stark contrast in the frame, "Be gone" from the girl. This overwhelming whisper, Ginkgo jolts back a little bit, and then the wind whooshes past him, and he is indeed gone, right? Out at the entrance of this cavernous area. Gone, dude. So then we meet the brother, and we talk, and he tells us of his little sister and her life and his life with her. And we get a perfect and distinct impression of his absolute and undying love for her. This kid loves his sister a lot. And that's really sad because she is gone, dude. I really like her character design. The little bangs, the little weeds in the hair, and the purple eyes are very, very cute. And we get these scenes of her just being like, I want to go on the mountains. Blah. Fucking parents not knowing. And even he is just kind of like, oh, I have to take care of her? Why? Gosh darn. Ugh. Gross. But she's quite helpful. She knows this mountain like the back of her hand. And we see it time and time again as they grow. But she's a little weird. Her eyes flash, and we set up this scene with the mochi and her holding onto it and looking up at her brother and smiling. And then one day he walks with her, and the wind blows, and she disappears, never to be seen again. Not even a little bit. And so he feels like she might be lost up there. And Genko tells him, I'm sorry, I don't think she's coming back. I think she's gone. And tries to explain something about this world, about this place. That she is a person chosen to be a mountain lord, linked to it, protecting it, keeping the balance. She cannot return. And he's stalwart and steadfast. She is just a girl. Well, if you bring her out of there, your village will be ruined and everything will be ruined. So Ginkgo can't find her, and he can't find her. And then Ginkgo does find her as he's out searching for the right weeds and the right plants to make another one of those potions. And we get another scene that I'd like to highlight. Just as a pure animation thing, these branches moving to like create a carpet for her, a path for her, is absolutely awesome. And also just the animation of her movements as she takes these steps is super fantastic. And like it's really weird and cool looking. It's very fluid and very strange looking, but it's ethereal and strange and magical, and it's kind of perfect for exactly what it is. And I actually really like it, even though it looks kind of weird. It's a really cool cut. And then a chance encounter, a bunch of wolves, a matchlock, a fire. And it looked like he shot her. Nice tension build there. But that was not the case. And something begins to go wrong in the mountains immediately. The family is overjoyed to see their daughter back. And he is overjoyed to have his sister back. And she remembers him. And remembers this place. And knows this place. And wants to stay here. And does for a little while. And meets other humans, meets her little brother, feels some of those same feelings that her brother felt for her. She gains these attachments to humanity again and becomes something that should not exist, a mountain lord with an attachment to the human world. Something that breaks the laws. Cruel laws, laws that don't handle humans well, that handle nature wonderfully and keep nature in balance, but laws that don't handle humans well. And I think that's apt. I think that's accurate. I think that's something that we as humans feel, is that when we're out in nature, we're not safe. And the laws that rule nature are not built for us. That's why we built our own cities and our own things to keep nature out, and our own sets of laws. We separate ourselves from nature all the time, but to an extent we do so at our own peril. Finding a balance between the connection and separation from nature is sort of a core part of the human condition. It's something that we have to do. It's something that is part and parcel to us. But in this case, we demonstrate that the laws of nature don't do well with humans. And don't do well with human lords in general, and certainly don't do well with human lords who regain their connection to humanity. And we see that the mountain begins to fall apart as she goes away from it. And Ginkgo realizes it. and sees people going by and knows that she is still alive and goes and visits. And something is wrong. People are getting lost in the fog. Weeds are growing out. Everything is going into chaos. Echoes coming from behind. Huge swarms of monkeys going by. Rivers of light burgeoning and bursting to the surface. Swarms of Mushishi creating their own foggy clouds over everything. And the circle of messengers appears to the current mountain lord and tells her she must go. And so she goes. She goes away. And we get this beautiful scene. I have to also mention that during this whole scene, this music that builds all the way through is excellent for building up that tension. It is like part and parcel to beautiful atmosphere and creation of exactly this feeling. So we go, and once more we sit with Kaya, and we talk about law and nature and the unfairness of it, and the fact that she is a lord in name only, that she is bound to the wishes of the mountain. And as Ginkgo said earlier, humans with their hearts are crushed under the weight of the entire mountain, unless they can give up all their connection. And he says that he is glad to have met her. But this is the way of things. And so it is. And so he meets him again. And he's sorry, but she's not coming back. And we see the family being the family, doing what they need to do, living on, creating their own nature, their own laws outside of this nature. We see him bringing her mochi. And Ginkgo sees her. Or I guess it's the brother who sees her. And she sees the village and she wants for the village. Quick medicine for him and a resolution in Ginkgo's eyes. A need to do something, but a knowledge that this will not end well. No, it's the brother who sees her, and she smiles softly and vanishes. She is gone, and she is dying. She is falling apart because she can no longer be connected. And he says it, all she does is yearn to be human again. And nature doesn't do well with that. The laws don't have a line for that. The old lord will be consumed. And that is just the way of things. That is just the way that it is. Talk about cruel. And Ginkgo tries to subvert law to save one girl. So we have a chance. We remove the mushi from you. And Ginkgo himself is taken by the law to speak. In another wonderful little shocking little jump scary moment. And here he stands, speaking to the voices and the spirits of all of the mountain, which I imagine to be all of the former mountain lords forming like a council. That is the voice of the mountain itself. And he argues that she should be let free. And they eventually acquiesce. But he has changed the law. He has perverted the law. And so he cannot be allowed to go. And they try to take him. And she sacrifices herself in turn to prevent that. Even though Ginkgo was ready, from the moment that he talked to the brother, right? From the moment that we saw the shadow over his eyes, he was ready for this outcome. Maybe even gunning for it. Maybe even aiming for it. This whole scene is so badass. Ginkgo doesn't usually strike me as a badass, right? But this whole scene where he stands up against nature itself when it tries to do something cruel. When usually Ginkgo is someone who is just like, nature's fucking cruel, man. Welcome to it. Wolves eat antelopes. Shit dies. It's the nature of things. It's the way things go. But he's made this connection to this girl. And he's made this connection to her family. And he's walking that line in between. He is part human and part mushi, right? He's both. He always has been since the episodes with Nui when he lost his eye. He is part both. And he tries to write this in between space. And they try to take him for it. I love the way the voices sound. Sounds so good. They have distorted the law, so he must be taken. It must return to how it's supposed to be. I came prepared for that. We get this shot of him from behind, where his arms are almost too long, and his coat is almost too dark as darkness creeps up him. And then the almost angelic, glowing figure of Kaya strides toward him, and without moving her lips, "You did nothing wrong. No, but I've always been a part of this. I have lived and died 1,000 times, and I have lived as a human, in part thanks to you. And I won't die. I'll just cease to be myself, and I'll become a part of this circle, right?" And so she does. And very well, that was all we needed. And they're gone. And it's over. A new mountain lord is chosen, and bells ring out across the mountainside. And this time he knows what it means. This time it feels incredibly sad. And Ginkgo stands once more in a place that he knows all too well but cannot reach, and opens his second eyelid and reappears back at home. And the people continue on, not completely growing disconnected from the mountain, because they are always going to be connected to the mountain. They're just another part of it, right? As much as they try to run away from nature, as much as they try to subvert and distort its laws, they are still bound to them. Still a part of the environment, still a part of the ecosystem. So in this episode, we get a strong thematic focus on the relationship of humans to nature, a secondary thematic focus on the relationship of humans to humans, and Ginkgo standing right in the middle, relating both to humans and to nature, and trying to bridge the gap between them and form some kind of greater balance between the balance required in nature and the humans who require their own space. And he manages it pretty well over the course of the episode. The stakes, I really like that the stakes in this episode are small, right? I mean, they're not. The stakes are really the whole mountain and the whole village and all of the people. But the thing that everyone stands to lose is Kaya, right? And the thing that Ginkgo stands to lose is Kaya. And the thing that the brother and the family stand to lose is Kaya. That's the thing that's being weighed against the entirety of the mountain. And so we kind of know from the outset that the mountain and the nature outweighs Kaya, right? Because it does. It has to. That doesn't make it feel fair, right? It's still rough. It's still sad. But it's also heroic, right? It's a heroic end for Kaya. It's a heroic sadness. It's a choice. And that's a big difference there, is that she chooses it by the end. Because it was forced upon her initially, and that's not fair. But then Ginkgo gives her an out and sacrifices himself and chooses to. And then she chooses to sacrifice herself in turn. And that's heroic. And it will be remembered. We see it being passed on from this man to his younger brother, right? think the episode does an incredible job of the relationship between the brother and Kaya, of the relationship between Kaya and the mountain. It's just immediately apparent exactly how being a mountain lord feels. And it's rough and it's draining and it's a duty and a responsibility. But it's also part and parcel to who she is. And we see Ginkgo really struggle in this episode to figure out what to do. Because his initial answers seem right, but things go wrong. And he has to act again. And he makes a really interesting choice. To try to distort this law and save a girl because of his own compassion for her. I think this is a beautiful double episode, and I think it's a perfect capstone for Mushishi. Not some grand finale, not some incredible, journey to the stars and back or something crazy, but a simple episode with stakes that feel simultaneously small and huge, that connects all the pieces from the light veins to the rivers to the spirits beyond to the idea of mountain lords to humans living near nature and Ginkgo walking in between. It's all connected in this episode, and it feels like a perfect finale for this show. It feels like it encapsulates every element of human mistakes and of natural mistakes, and trying to mend them, trying to sew them back together. I think it's a beautiful piece of storytelling. It's got some gorgeous animation and style to it in the episode, and some incredible use of music and slow building scenes to truly instill within us and to teach us about these characters and the way that they feel and the way that nature feels about them and the way that they feel about nature and the way that they relate to one another and the way that Ginkgo sees those relationships and understands them. And the way that things fall apart when you disrespect the land around you, or when you break its laws, even if they're unfair. And the way that sacrifice can save what you hold dear. It's a really, really cool natural and supernatural episode that is very human and very ethereal and very weird and very cool, and I love it a lot, and it's a perfect finale for the show. Boom, bang, bam, boom, pow. That was Mushishi Zokusho Suzu no Shizuku. That's all I have to say about it. I like it a lot. I think it's a perfect capstone finale for the season, and I couldn't imagine a better one. I said everything else that I want to say about the season as a whole at the beginning of the reaction. I like it a lot. This goes in my 3x3. This goes in my favorites, and it'll probably stay there forever. And probably a decade from now, I will decide to revisit Mushishi because there's a lot here. And there's a lot that I think that, as impactful as it is, I think that many people, self included, will forget after a year or two. And it's worth going back and revisiting them because this show's really interesting and it makes you think about a lot of interesting things. And I like it a lot. That's going to be a wrap, everybody. I've been Teeaboo. This has been the finale of Mushishi. I hope you've enjoyed this whole journey we've been on. I really appreciate those of you who supported me through it. I don't know what we're going to do in this slot in the future, but look out for a poll to pop up for the Tuesday slot. See ya next time for something different. Peace.